there is a large need for energy, a clean renewable energy. Wind is scarce in many regions, and land is becoming scarce in many regions. Combining it two, it seems like a very good idea to deploy solar at sea to power into the grid. Well, I think the problem that we're tackling is part of the bigger problem of the whole energy transition. So we are moving away steadily but surely from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources. In the northwestern Europe, especially also the Netherlands, we have a tendency to look at offshore wind, and rightfully so. But a large part of the world's population actually lives in sun-rich but wind-scarce regions. And as there is a lot of sun in those regions, but land scarcity issue is an increasing problem due to our urbanization. Think of the big cities like Hong Kong, Tokyo, Jakarta, etc. Being able to deploy solar large-scale at sea is a good solution to that problem, to that increasing problem. So we have started to develop technology to put solar in large scale at sea. The luck that we have is that we tap into a renewable energy source which is very, very cheap, solar energy, and our structure allows us to be very flexible in the size that we deploy. So we can do it small scale and very large scale. So that's where our niche is. We have indeed two major use cases. The first one is grid-connected utility scale, we refer to it, and the second one is that we indeed power offshore structures and subsea systems even using our technology. We refer to that as offshore floating power hubs. Current power supply is often using diesel for those remote locations at sea. We are basically replacing those diesel gensets with our offshore floating solar platform. We know how to develop and build things that last offshore. The offshore environment is unforgiving, highly corrosive, etc. So that is a trade in itself to build something that lasts for prolonged periods of time. At the end of the day, we are building critical infrastructure, so it should survive for 10, 20 years out there. And the systems that we are using or developing are designed to do just that. Yeah, so we have a number of characteristics that are unique to our solution. So for the shape of the platform is one of them. The second is indeed that we elevate the whole PV system from the sea floor. We don't want waves hitting those solar panels. So our system is designed such, again, with durability in mind, so that we can basically source standard components and put them on our structure, keeping the cost low. I'm very optimistic about technology, actually. I think that we've got sort of everything in our hands to solve the major crisis that we are currently facing in the world. So if you look at all the ideas and concepts that are popping up, and in my case, primarily in the energy industry, so to speak, it's very, very promising. My fear is whether policy can keep up, followed by financing. But the technology side is not a limiting factor in this case.